Hola estudiantes, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? This is your professor once again, and I wanted to record this video to send it to you before the weekend is here. And I'll try to make it as quick as I can. So congratulations, we are almost at the end of our semester, and these have been uh, quite packed 8 weeks for my accelerated Spanish class, Spanish 1 class. So let me go very quickly here because what we have, the only thing that we have uh, yet to do is el pretérito, right? So when you go to your course homepage, right? So you had, for the first few days of this week, you had reflexive verbs as your main course page. Now you have el pretérito. So this is the formation, and there is also a video, and I wish I had the ability to make these animations and everything. Maybe in the future I'll make my videos a little more spiffy with that, but I just have to learn a little bit better video editing. And this is something that, again, this is my 20, but this is for another class, but I go over a couple of things here. It's a 9-minute video, so I decided to not delete it, but I am going to post mine soon. So you have this here, and there are a couple of activities about the preterite. Also, at the end of this new slideshow, because I added the link, and I'll show you the link. So I am linking to this, right? And this is they have interactive lessons here that you can do on your own. So if you go to spelling changes, right, you have for example, continuar, right?
Let's practice with some verbs from
And
group
then
1.
you
How would you say,
if you go this, oh my God, so I got it wrong. But if
how,
you do it right, and then right, so
how would you say, I memorized
wait,
verb
so it let me get back to my slideshow. So it continues by giving you feedback depending on according to how you answer, which is quite neat. And so let's go here. But that is after you go over this, which I guess many of you already have, since I've seen the completion of the activities online. So you have los verbos regulares, and again, you have the other videos, and you have this also on Canvas. I'm not gonna go over everything here, but the cool thing is, oh yes, and this is the past tense, the preterite, and there is also a page on when to use it, right? Because there are other past tenses in Spanish, like and in most languages as well. But yes, so the AR has these endings, right? You take out the R, the common denominator, just like we did in present tense, and then put aste, o, amos, astes, and aron. And astes, if you are in the Americas, we don't really use the vosotros. This is if you go to Spain or talk to somebody from Spain. And yes, the accents of the R, right, are very important, because if you say ame is just, instead of ame, is present subjunctive, right? If you say amo, that means I love, not he or she loved, right? It's a different, it's like present tense for yo. So it changes who is doing the action, or even when or how. So yes. But then the neat thing about it is and ir have exactly the same endings. So you only need to learn two sets of endings, ar and then ir, as a category by themselves. Y, iste, io, imos, isteis, ieron, right? Bien, entonces, you have also some pages that go over the third person preterite of changing verbs that end in ir, right? Pay attention to those because they have a stem change, but not the same, not what you would expect from present. And but in most cases, the the stem change does not occur in the preterite, which makes it slightly simpler, right? So if you say, for example, yeah, entiendo, yo entiendo, but if the preterite you say yo entendí, right? You don't say yo entiendí, right? You go back to the basic form, so you don't make the stem change in most cases. But again, pay attention to the third person of ir verbs with a stem change, and that is also on Canvas again, which you can consume at your pace and leisure. So this is something that you may see, right, Carsa? So what happens with this? If you add an e in an adverb, so this sounds k, kar, gar, and zar, right? So these two are strong sounds, k, g. But if you put an e, then this will be s and h. It would change the sound of it. So instead of, say, if you put like a pag accented e, page, right? But you want to say, or page, you want to say pague. So this does not sound pague, because again, this is the silent u. And it's the same if you have the like guerra, right? You don't sound the u there. But yes. And then car, if you put accented e afterwards, like TOCE with accent, that will be tose, so tose, right? But you want to say toque. So again, think about, remember que, like que pasa, right? How do you spell that? Que. And then you remember the u doesn't sound. And then here is the opposite, tsar, right? Tsar, and this is a soft sound, z, z, z. And here you don't need the a, and actually, right, because it's a soft sound if you put the e, right? So armor, se. Oh, I didn't put this bold, but anyway, organizo, organice. And this is the link that you don't have in your version of it. So I am going to send a copy of this or put it in the announcement together with this. And then you have this, right? There's some irregular rules. And then for this, all this here, right? This is the root. And then you add these ones, and the endings are a bit different, and there is no accent anywhere, right? So if you have, instead of he put his feet on the table, or ew, that's not, he put the book on the table, right? Instead of saying po, right? This is poner. Instead of saying él ponió, which again is a mistake that every toddler who is learning Spanish as a first language makes, and then he gets corrected by parents or whoever, right? They say puso, right? This is the root, and then you see the ending here for él, ella. Él puso el libro sobre la mesa, right? And then, bien, like all this. So that's it. So if you said they came to the party, right? Vin, and then ieron, right? Instead of venieron, vinieron. And then he didn't know what to do. Él no supo. Okay, yo no supe cómo contestar la pregunta. I didn't know how to answer the question. So those words are like that. And see, ser and ir, the same forms, right? And that's all that yes, and there, I have some examples that we had, that we do when we meet in the classroom. And bien, pues eso es todo lo que quería decirles para hoy. That's all I wanted you to know. The final exam is already open, and you have until when? For fall 2025, you have until el martes. No, no, perdón, el miércoles, right? Because Wednesdays is when we typically met, when we had the Zoom meetings. Hasta el miércoles. Okay. Gracias, y cualquier pregunta, envíenme un correo electrónico. Bueno, nos vemos. Que pasen un lindo fin de semana.